going on, guys? Welcome back to Tales from the Barrens. I'm Dustin.
And I'm floating in the sky, little D.
Yes, Dustin, we are here for Tales 21, baby.
It's insane. It is insane.
But we're not here alone.
No, we're
We
not.
have reoccurring guest of the show, good friend, Old Man Brad. Brad, what the hell's up, man?
How you guys doing? You kicked Anna out and was like, you can come in.
Got to bring in the big guns.
Yeah, you're in a treehouse club now.
Yeah, no, we miss Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't get that twisted.
Yeah. I miss Mom already.
I'm excited
I told you I'm not calling her Mama, Dustin. I told you that.
I'm excited to do my first Tales from the Barrens.
That's going to be fun. I know you and I, sidebar, have talked about short films a lot.
Yes, I watch a lot of short films, because I'm a judge for Horror Hound, so I watch a ton.
Horror Hound.
Horror Hound. And it was funny when he threw it out here. I was like, "Oh, I know some," and I'm like, "Wait, those aren't available anywhere yet. Dang it!"
Yeah, shit. No, but I'm super stoked, man, because Tales 21 is a big one. We have a lot of good shorts today. I got a couple things to go over. First and foremost, we have partnered up with Creeperama. And
yes, we have.
If you are feeling saucy, head over to their website because we have a discount code for you. If you go there and you buy, I don't know, 1 billion shirts, make sure to use discount code Barrens10 to get you 10% off.
Hell yeah. The code and link will be in the bio as well. So if you guys are confused on what it is, just go down there, look at it, copy paste. You're good to go.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay.
Seems easy to me.
That's buy 1 billion things. I don't care what you buy. Just give me
this
one.
Economy, I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
That's why you use the code.
Exactly. You get a bunch of free shit at that point.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, man. So tonight's Tales, we are talking about one that Brad brought called the Crossing Over Express. I brought one called the Tickle Monster. And Dustin brought one called The Sky. So before you hear us talk about these short films, if you want to head over to YouTube and watch them, go watch them and come back because we do walk through the shorts. We walk through them, we talk about it, we get enthralled with storytelling, and that's the point of this show. But what we do is we take each short and bring it over to the scare scale. What is the scare scale you're asking me, Brad? I'll tell you what it is, okay? So the scare scale
I did ask you, actually.
is what we use to rate each short. It stands for story, creature, atmosphere, runtime, and effect. So each letter is a 0 to 1 broken down by 0.25s. And each letter will be a 0 out of 5 at the end of it. Okay? And that's how we get our scores. But without further ado, Brad.
I'm confused by this, Dustin, because you were on my show and you were like, I don't do halves. I go all or nothing. So now here we're going quarters.
We have to.
It's really throwing me off.
Brad, you know
it's
what?
It's our own thing.
Yeah, this ain't no letterboxed, no Pac-Man hula hoop or fucking Star Fox Vigi games.
This ain't no nunsploitation.
This ain't no nunsploitation. This is the scare scale. Okay?
I got it.
So,
I got it.
Brad, being our guest and being the first one to post a short in the Discord, is going to kick us off with the Crossing Over Express. So, Brad, it's all you.
All right. The Crossing Over Express. It was written and directed and starring Luke Barnett. He did all 3 in this film. It starts off with a man. He's in a car in front of a moving truck. And you're like, okay, what's this guy doing? And he sees a guy and this girl go up to the truck. The girl's holding dog leashes. They go inside. The man comes out and comes over to the car, sits in the car, and has him fill out some paperwork. Some various paperwork that you would do if you're going, to a doctor, to wherever, and hands him a book and tells him to read this book. It'll tell him a lot if he reads this book.
Here, fucking do some homework, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some homework before you pay us money.
Yeah.
Because he also has an envelope full of money with him as well. And as the guy leaves the car, he makes sure he tells them, do not touch the sheet. And then you cut inside the truck. It cuts to him inside the truck, and there's a woman in there, played by Dot Marie Jones. Anyone who has ever seen her, you recognize her right away, going, "Oh, I've seen her in a lot of stuff." But she's doing a crossword puzzle very poorly, and he pays her money.
What's a 3-letter word for a breakfast meat? Pig.
Sure, that's not ham.
And then the next one where you're like, no, it's not an A because it's got to be an I.
Yeah, what's a 5-letter forbidden fruit? Apple? No, you idiot. It has to start with an I because of pig.
Yeah.
So he pays her the money that he had and asking about communicating with the other side. And she asks him about his mom, and he tells her the story, and they start to connect. Like she holds his hands, of like she's trying to connect with something, which she eventually does. And then they grab the sheet off the wall and lay it flat on the floor. And she explains that he'll have 2 minutes to talk. Don't touch the sheet. Make sure she says that again. Like, do not touch the sheet. And she leaves. All the while, she's still spouting stuff outside the truck, wondering if he wants a drink, if he wants other things. Like, she's really breaking it up for him. As he's looking at the sheet like, okay, this is weird. Sure.
Yeah.
And then you hear the sound of a radio turn on. Static. He goes over, and it's kind of like staticky. And behind him, you see the sheet raise up behind him. Like a body comes up under the sheet. And it, it surprises him a little bit. He's like, holy fucking fuck. Scares him a little. And this sheet, it's just floating in front of him. And he asks if it's his mom. The sheet nods, and he asks if if she can talk, and she nods again, like no. So then he kind of just starts rambling, and you hear her from outside the truck again, of like, you don't need to go through this whole thing. Just just talk to her. You don't need to go through a whole life story. So he starts basically just letting it all out, kind of like, one of those things. You lose a loved one, you get to talk to them one last time. What would you say? And then time's up, sheet drops to the ground, and he just kind of falls down, very emotional, grabbing the sheet. She comes back in singing happy birthday, puts a little hat on him. And then you cut to him getting into the car with the happy birthday hat on. He takes it off, and it ends. He just kind of cracks a little smile, and then we end.
All right, hell yeah, dude. So let's head over to the scare scale, Brad. Go ahead and rate this bad boy.
Right. So this is one that actually it screened at Horror Hound last year. That's how I knew about it, and I was like, I really enjoyed it. So I really loved the story of this. What would you do if you got one last time to talk to a loved one? Even if they can't talk back, what would you say? What would you do? So I gave the story a 1. I thought the story was really good and very strong. And then Creature, I mean, it's a floating sheet. I gave it a 0.75 because I wanted him to touch the sheet. I wanted to see what would happen if he touched the sheet while it was floating. I wanted like this almost like a poltergeist moment or something, touch the sheet and it like jumps at him. But we didn't get that, so I knocked it just a little bit. For atmosphere, a 1, just because it was one little location inside this truck. It was just kind of eerie, kind of creepy, and even you as the viewer, you don't know exactly what's going to happen. So it really like draws you in. For the runtime, I also gave it a 1. I thought it went by pretty quickly. It didn't, have any fluff really. My only question is you never see the one girl with the dog collar come back out. It just kind of cuts quickly. You never see what happens there. But that's
maybe we don't want to know.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
And then effects. I mean, it's just a floating sheet. There wasn't really much, but they did a good job with it floating off the ground, so there's nothing there. And it seemed very seamless, so I also gave it a 1. So my total 4.75.
Nice.
Wow.
That's a solid score, dude.
Yeah, I really like this one. You can tell it was very personal, and looking into it was a personal story that Luke Barnett, his mom passed away around his birthday, so that's where the whole story came. So.
Okay, that makes sense. Little D, let's bring it over to you, man. What was your ratings for the Crossing Over Express?
So I did enjoy this one. I was actually pleasantly surprised of what this was. I thought it was going to be something completely different, and I was like, "Oh, okay, let's do it." So with that being said, the story I really did enjoy. So I'm going to be giving that a 1 for sure. I feel like it was pretty original in a way. You're going to meet up with somebody in a weird truck, and maybe you heard word of mouth or whatever, and they're like, they can help you talk to the dead or whatever it may be. Okay, I'm into that. Let's do it. Maybe I'll do that in real life. Who knows? For the creature, it really is just a sheet. So with that being said, I have to give it a 0.25.
That's fair.
I would like to give it more because of how they kind of played around with it. But it really is, at the end of the day, it's just a sheet. For the atmosphere, though, I did enjoy this atmosphere. It was pretty tense at moments. I kind of wanted it to be, maybe it's just the selfishness in me, but I wanted it to be a little bit more tense. So with that being said, I'll give it a 0.75. Then for the, where am I at? Runtime.
Yeah.
So for runtime, this was, how long was it short?
It's like 11 minutes.
Yeah,
11
like
minutes.
Yeah.
So I felt like they utilized that time pretty well. I don't think there's really anything in it I would dock. So I'm going to give it a solid 1 for that. I feel like it used everything to the best of its ability. And then for the effects, this kind of lumps into the same thing with the creature. I mean, yeah, you get some like static, some lights, and some other things, but I'm going to give that a 0.5, which will leave me with a 3.5. It was a good short. I really did enjoy it. There was some of it that I was like, oh man, I kind of want more, but then again, that's just me being selfish, and I've seen so many things. So of course,
that's fair.
I want to be like, I want more. But I feel like what they were doing, they did a really good job.
I said I want to
Big D, what about you, man?
touch that sheet. I want to see.
Right? So for me, man, this story is absolutely a 1 because what would you say to a loved one? And you only had 2 minutes to do it. Like, would it be, I guess it's a confession. Like, he talks about all the ruckus him and his friends caused as kids.
I'm sorry, I was watching porn.
Yeah, scrambled porn at 2 a.m. or throwing cups of yogurt at cars. Would you talk to him about current accomplishments? Like, what would you talk about? That's just one of those things where I feel like he got flustered enough with his mother to think, what the fuck should I talk about? And I like that a lot. So it's a 1. Creature. It's not necessarily the sheet. It's what's under it is what's got me. Because we are told that he cannot touch the sheets. We are told by this, whatever it is, that it cannot talk. So, which I love, dude. I thought that was so awesome. I'm going to give that a 0.5 though.
Is it his mom?
Okay.
Is it something else? We don't know.
Exactly. You don't know what it is. Like, you know, in my brain, I'm like, the whole thing might even just be a fucking ruse. You know, but you brought up a good point. Like you see the sheet hovering. So it's like, where did it come from underneath the floor? You know, like stuff like that.
Where did it come from? Where'd it go?
Where did you come from, ghost-eyed Joe?
Yeah.
Atmosphere, I'm right there with you guys. I like feeling confined in this. I feel like I'm trapped. I can't go anywhere. The single location fucking shot, that's going to get a 1. Runtime, 11 minutes. It's a breeze to get through. Like, this is a quick one. So that's a 1 for me as well. And effects is going to be a 0.5 because they had to composite the feed out of this person. You know, like, that takes time. You know, the sound design was really good in this. Like, it was quiet. It was creepy. Really good. So that's a 0.5, which gives me a grand total of a 4 for this short. And overall, we have a 4.8 for this short tonight.
Wow, that's up there. That's up there with the other stuff.
It's the 3 of our scores divided by 3.
Yeah.
That's in our top echelon, dude.
Yeah, that's a solid short, Brad. Like, I dig shorts like this because it's the mystery. Like, we don't know what the fuck is under that sheet. Like, we don't know how it got there, how this person possessed this ability. You know, like
unknown.
Exactly. That's what I really like about it.
Unknown and kind of heartfelt. You're just like, shit.
Very. We told Anna after we recorded Terminator to watch this one because she really likes, like, did you watch the short for Forgive Me?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I'll send that one over that
I'm
way.
like, I can scroll back through and find it too.
That one's a fucking banger, dude. So
okay. All right.
Yeah. That was a good one, man. So we're going to head over and I'm going to talk about the Tickle Monster.
Going a complete opposite direction here.
Dude.
I'm a very ticklish person, so this short, that's all I'm saying.
So I was scrolling through YouTube and I'm like, what do I want? Then I asked Holly, I said, give me 2 prompts. Just give me 2 prompts for a short. And she said a monster, or I think it was monster or creature. I'm like, it's the same thing. So, but, there was something else. There was a third. She gave me 3. But I landed on this one, and it was because of the title on YouTube. It says The Tickle Monster, an 80s retro slasher flick. I'm like, okay, I'm sold. Started it. So this short starts off with the next day. You see police around, you see a white sheet over a body, and they're like, what the fuck happened here? Like what is happening? Like, and then it cuts over to a title screen that says, yesterday. Shows this little kid Max in the car with his older sister. Max is like, hey, can we stop here? You know, I want to check this place out. And she goes, no. And he goes, yes. So she stops. And she goes, you have 5 minutes. He goes, how about 10? And I don't tell Mom Sergeant Smoochie comes in after hours and sneaks in through your window. She's like, how do you know? He goes, I have paper thin walls. I can hear it all. So she caves in. She's like, all right, you got 10 fucking minutes. 10 minutes. So this kid walks into this fucking boutique shop that sells monkey's paws and, you know, Necronomicons and stuff like that. And he walks up to the case and he sees the book that summons Ivan Ooze, right? It's got this purple leather bound book. And then you have the scary guy from the Haunted Mask episode of Goosebumps pop out, and he's giving this kid the business. He's like, what are you doing in here? You don't need anything in here. And this kid's like, well, I have money He goes, "Oh yeah, well, what kind of business do you think you could bring me?" And then the kid's like, "I have $5."
Hell yeah, dude.
Like a fucking kid would, dude. But this kid serves it right back because, with this dude being such an asshole to him, this kid is like, "Wow, what type of customer service is this?" The phone rings. And he goes, "Oh, that's just another customer you can go drive off and not get any business from." And the guy like says some slick shit back to him. And the kid looks at him and goes, "How much would it cost to fix your attitude?" Golly, dude.
Yeah, dude, this kid is something else.
Oh my God. Then he looks down and he goes, "Well, if I do come back with money, how much is that book right there?" And the guy goes, "That book's not for sale, you little shit." And the kid's like, "Then why are you displaying it?" And then that's when the phone rings and he walks away. Typical 80s fashion. Guy walks back. Whoosh, book is swiped. You're telling me that little shit, that dude ran out, chased that car. And as somebody who's driving, you didn't notice him? Like chasing you? It was the 80s. Whatever. It was a weird time.
It was also the sister. I doubt she gave a shit.
She probably didn't care. Yeah, you're not wrong. So this kid gets home and he starts thumbing through the book. I dug like in the back of it on his wall, all those cool ass horror icons that kid doodled up. Like you had Michael Myers, Chucky, the clown from Killer Clowns, just all right there, fucking crayon style. I thought that was pretty rad. And then he looks over at the door and he sees a hand grab the fucking door. It's the shitbag boyfriend of the older sister coming in to spook him, wearing the mask that looks like a thumb. It's a nutsack mask, dude. Like it looks like a straight up ball sack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I see those in Spirit Halloweens every year.
Oh my God. And he's like, "Yeah, so I just came here to scare you because you were threatened to tell on me." And then he looks over and notices the Ivan Ooze book. And he's like, "Oh, the Tickle Monster." And this kid, you can see like, "Oh shit, you know about the Tickle Monster?" And this guy, I dig it, dude, because he gives him the lore. He goes, "Look, he's from outer space. It's just this local legend that he's just from space. If you're not ticklish, he'll find a way to tickle you. And a lot of times, people just go missing." And it scares this kid so much that, he slams the book shut. The sister and the boyfriend end up going outside. And then, or out, not outside, out into the living room to watch TV. And then
teenagers do.
And then the kid starts reading the book out loud like an idiot. Why are you reading this haunted ass lettering out loud?
It's fun, dude.
I mean, that's what you do.
That's true. Eric did it in Evil Dead. Why can't this?
It was like we wouldn't have Evil Dead if you didn't read from the book.
That's true. Inadvertently summons the Tickle Monster. TM. Okay. Lights start flickering as he's reading this story, or this poem of the Tickle Monster. And then we get him. We see his feet step out of the closet. And his hand start reaching out to grab this kid. And as he's doing that, the power shuts off. And the Tickle Monster hears the sister giving the boyfriend shit. You see the hand kind of like stop. And then he disappears. The boyfriend goes outside to look at the power box. Is that a normal thing? Like, where's y'all's fuse box at?
In the basement.
Mine's in the garage.
The even scarier place of the house?
Hell yeah, dude.
God damn, dude. And he's sitting there because, no, what happens, the reason the power goes out is because the house gets struck by purple lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
yep.
He goes outside to look at the fucking fuse box and he hears giggling going on in the shadows and he thinks it's the little brother. And he goes, "Listen here, you little shit. This is all because of you." And as he's doing that, the flashlight, of course, is dying because why wouldn't it? And he shakes it and slaps it, and it comes back on, and he lifts it up, and we get full frontal tickle monster face. Dude, it looks fucking awesome. And he starts chasing him. And he hops the fence, the boyfriend. And he looks up, because he hears the little brother call for him. And he looks up at the little brother, then he hears giggling behind him and gets grabbed by the tickle monster. And the tickle monster's like, what's the matter? I thought you knew everything about me, all this and that, my local lore and shit. Grabs this dude against the fence. And the boyfriend looks down, and you see the tickle monster's hand going like this on his tummy. And he goes, what are you trying to do? You trying to tickle me? And the tickle monster goes, uh-huh. He goes, I'm not ticklish. He even gave you that fucking knowledge earlier that even if you aren't, the tickle monster would find somewhere. And he sure as shit does, because he finds the spot. The spot when you're scratching your dog's butt and it starts kicking. That spot, okay?
That's the spot.
That's the spot. He tickles this man so bad, he pees his pants. Literally. But as he's doing it, we notice that this guy is starting to get lifted up off the ground. Lifted up. And tickles him so bad, his face explodes.
Eyeballs.
Oh my God, dude. It's so fucking cool. It's so fucking cool. Then the tickle monster drops this guy, but he looks up at the room and notices this little boy. Waves at him. And then we cut back to the next morning, which is where we started. Enter not Dr. Loomis. The special man of the Force. And by special, I mean he wears a trench coat. His hair's not pulled back. He's the rebel of the Force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
And this cop that's on the site, he goes, yeah, this kid next door. He was telling us this stupid story about a tickle monster. That guy goes, a what? Cop leaves, and this dude, this not Loomis, looks down and sees a feather on the ground that stayed there this whole time. Picks it up, and he goes, the tickle monster. Boom. Credits. Dude, I am so glad that I stumbled upon this bullshit, dude. So let's run to the scare scale, okay? So for my story is absolutely a 1. We get this boogeyman story told to us in 17 minutes, the short. The short's a little bit on the long side. It doesn't feel it, though, one bit. But we're told this boogeyman story, and the boogeyman story is executed. Like, he told us the rules, and we see it play out. Story's a 1. Creature. He looks awesome. I do wish it were prosthetic instead of mask, but I'm not knocking it because the eyes were glowing. He talked, which was great. His mouth moved when he talked, but it'd been a little bit cooler if it was a prosthetic. But regardless, the creature, the book, the shop owner, I'm lumping all that shit together, dude. That's a 1 for me for that. Atmosphere, the way this movie was filmed, it definitely had like that giallo film to it, like I don't want to say whitewash over top of it, but it definitely looked like an 80s VHS you were watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it just had that look, dude. And
a lot of film grain.
That set the tone for the whole thing. Set the tone. The atmosphere is a 1. Runtime. I just said 17 minutes long. Pretty decent. What's your rule, Dustin?
If it's over 15 minutes, it better be fucking good.
And this short was fucking good. Runtime gets a 1 for me. Effects. This kid's eyeballs that pop out of his face look phenomenal. This creature looks phenomenal. The lightning, the VFX, the digital effects, everything gets a 1. This is a 5 banger for me, dude.
All right.
Hell
This-
yeah, dude.
Wow.
This short was so fucking fun that I've watched it like 4 times.
Wow.
I want more. Like, what happened? Like, where did the tickle monster go?
He's behind you.
You just see my armpits. But man, like, what else can happen in this world, dude? Like, what other fucking things are in that dude's shop that can't be let out? You know,
It's
like
the creature in the toilet when you go to take a poop.
the ghoulies, the little ghoulies. Fuck
No,
yeah,
they
the
went
dude.
little men that go in your butt and help you poop.
Ah, okay. It's
I
the
didn't know
shit
there was
demons.
little men in that,
All right, Brad, let's head to you, man. What did you think of the tickle monster?
The tickle monster. So this movie, it was fun. It was a fun one. So for story, I gave it a 0.75. Like it had the 80s nostalgic feel, the cliched 80s everything along the way. It kind of felt, even with the kid and stuff like that, like things like The Gate or the original Troll or things like that. Like all of that worked for me. There were pieces of it where I felt like maybe it was a little too much. So that's kind of where I bumped it down just a touch.
Okay.
Sure.
The creature, I gave it a 0.5. Like I thought he looked cool, but I wanted it more than a rubber mask. Like even when he was talking, you could just tell he was just wearing a rubber mask talking. Like I wanted more of that. I wanted to see like the snarl in the face. And I know it's a short and I'm sure it was budget, always is, but I just, as cool as he looked, he needed to emote more.
Sure.
For the atmosphere, I gave it a 1. It was just a fun type of movie. And I mean, the tickle monster, always with my kids, even still, my kids are 12 and 14. Like the tickle monster will come get them. So I don't have an elaborate story like this, but I still have the tickle monster. So it just,
Now you do.
it was just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And runtime, I also gave it a 1. It was 17 minutes, but it blew by. It was over before I knew it. So if you're going to do one a little bit on the longer side, don't make it feel long at all. And it didn't feel long at all. Effects, I like the one kill, the eyes coming out. I gave it a 0.75 only because of CGI blood. That's the only thing I hated is when the eyes squirted out. Just I didn't CGI blood just can get me. And
that's fine.
I mean,
that's fair.
overall, I mean, it's a 4. Solid 1. I would see a full feature of the tickle monster. I think it could be fun. I wanted it to lean a little more comedic because they kind of had bits. But I'm like, you could have went just a touch further, but it was entertaining. Overall, it was entertaining. It
tickled you.
Yeah.
It
tickled me.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. That's pretty fair. All right, little D, what you got, man?
All right. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one as well. And this gave me, like you were saying earlier, like the shopkeeper from the Haunted Mask from Goosebumps. This really does feel like a Goosebumps entry. Like it could have been a book. And I love that. I mean, obviously it's a little bit more on the gruesome side, so it would be whatever. It would be Fear Street. That's what it would be. This was great. I really enjoyed this. So story is going to be a 1. 100%. Like, I want more of this. Also, it takes place during Christmas time. It's a Christmas horror movie. So, I mean, you got to put that in there as well. We don't really have a lot of Christmas horror shorts that we ran into, other than Tree Revenge, I think was like the only one.
No, dude, we did a whole one. We did, what's the, Up on the Rooftop, we did that. And
Up on the Rooftop, that's right.
And then what's the one with the mall Santa? Or not the mall Santa, sorry, the lady in the car.
Yeah. Days Before Christmas.
Days Before Christmas.
There's one I need to find that played at Horror Hound that was really good. I gotta look it up to remember the name, but once I find it, I'm gonna shoot it to you guys.
Okay.
It's a fun
Yeah.
Christmas
Please do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a sucker for Christmas horror movies in general, so that's definitely one. For the creature, I'm kind of like in the same boat with both of you, but I'm going to meet a little bit more in the middle because I really did enjoy his getup and everything surrounding it. I mean, yeah, the mask, that's where I'm docking points from because I do want it to be a prosthetic. I wanted to see like teeth and like drool or something, so I'm going to give that 0.75. For the atmosphere, it's a fucking 1. I felt like everything on here was really, really good. I love the atmosphere, how they did it, how it was shot. There's a lot of outside shots, showing lights and snow and effects. It's just awesome. The runtime, yes, this is going to be also a 1 because it's over 15 minutes and it's really fucking good. I don't think anything in here was really added to add time to it. I think everything was set there for a reason, and it was all used in the best way it possibly could. If you would cut anything out of it, I think it would probably lose its charm. So that's going to be a 1. And for the effects, it's also going to be a 1 because there's a lot of other things that go in. Like they made the book, they had to do all the drawings in there. Yeah, there was visual effects. The CGI blood, but I can look past that. The suits that made for whatever, like the costuming, I'm sure they either made that or bought it somewhere. The mask, it looked pretty original. I don't think I've seen that in any stores other than like the alien mask or whatever the guy was wearing, like the thumb one. That's in stores. But other than that, I thought it was really, really good. So this is going to be a 4.75 for me.
Nice, which gives us a 4.58 average for the short. That's a banger.
Heckin' good.
Dude, I'm so happy I fucking came across this one, man. And I'm going to dig into this director. I'm going to see if he's done anything else.
Yes, please do.
So, but all right,
I dug a little bit into YouTube, and it looks like there's a lot more Tickle Monster stuff out there.
Ooh,
like
okay.
I think he's using the Tickle Monster as like his
catalyst,
his creature.
IP.
That sounds.
I don't know how much more, but I did see other Tickle Monster, and it had that mask.
What you should do, check out his stuff, and if it's good, let's get him on the show.
Let's reach out to him.
Let's do it, man.
I'm stoked about that. So, all right, Little D, bring us home with The Sky.
Okay, so this is from somebody who is not new to the show. We have covered his stuff before by what the hell is his short? I think it Looking Into the Eyes of the Abyss or something like that. It's Matt Sears. It was another cosmic horror one I did not that long ago about the woman that was like sitting
at the bench.
She was like looking into the abyss. I forget what the hell it's called.
I'll find it. Just keep going.
But anyway, this one's called The Sky, and we open up with it seems to be two friends. They're pouring drinks, and we see this backdrop of the sky, and it looks like things are like being pulled from the ground up. It's very cosmic. It is so creepy and so atmospheric. Like me just watching this and trying to put myself in the shoes of one of these girls, I'd be having a panic attack. I'd be like, what is going on? But they're talking.
It stares back is what it's called.
It stares back is what it was. So they're doing pouring drinks, and they're doing Never Have I Ever, and they're just kind of going back and forth and drinking when they ask the questions, and then they pull out some shrooms. So
why not?
Seems to be the end of the world.
Yeah.
The end of the world. You're literally looking at your Earth, your home, be pulled up into the abyss. Okay, so they're friends. They've known each other for a long time. They've never done this, but they're like, okay, let's do it. So they take the shrooms, and they're talking. And then our girl, I'm pretty sure her name is Ellie. I don't remember the friend's name, but she gets a phone call, and she misses it, and she gets a voicemail from her mom, and her mom's saying, "Hey, I'm sorry that I drove us apart. I don't want to be away from you on today. I'm heading to the pier right now, hoping that we can meet up and fix this." So she gets that. She tells her friend, "I gotta go. my mom is called. I can't not be with her today. I need to go find her. And her friend is saying, well, your mom like drove you apart because of the boyfriends that you've been having, and she just doesn't like the people you've been with, so she hasn't really been your family. I've been your family, so you should stay here with me so we can be here together. She kind of brings her back like, okay, you know what? You're right. And at this moment, the shrooms start kicking in. So she's looking around and is just like, what? And like the colors start popping a lot more. It's very like was it what was the color Outer Space movie with Nick Cage? It's a lot like effects like that. And she's looking at her friend and she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And she's like, whoa, looking up. She goes, it's okay. It's going to start feeling good soon or whatever.
Maybe.
So as they're doing that, her friend goes, yeah, the pier is too long away, too far away anyway. And that kind of breaks her out of her high. And she's like, wait, how did you know about that? I didn't say anything about that. And then she kind of confesses to her friend. She goes, Ellie, I'm sorry. I told your mom that you'd be at this location, so that way she couldn't find you and you could be here with me. So she has a big sense of betrayal of being like, okay, this is literally the final day on Earth. We're looking at it right now, and you're still lying to me, or whatever it may be. Like, you can tell that there's been some rockiness in this friendship. It seems very one-sided of the friend kind of wanting her to always be with her and pull her away from her mom for whatever reason. We don't have too much backstory. But she decides to take off, goes into the woods, and her friend's left behind, and she's like freaking out. And now we are with Ellie going through the woods, and she hears a friend calling her name, and she's like turning around, looking around. Trees are weirdly warped, and she's getting like flashes of her friend. And then we get to essentially the end of like whatever path this was in the forest or whatever you want to call it. And her mom is there by the water at the pier. And her mom looks back and she looks at her mom. And then we see like flashes of lightning and things behind her. And this is really cool effect. This flash comes down and you see like the inside of her body where you see like the veins and everything. Like, I was like, that is fucking cool. And then there's a big flash and you see like her skin essentially start to peel off and then boom, disintegrated, gone. And then we see the same thing. See the same thing with our main character, gone. And then we cut to another title card, the sky. Oh boy. All right. I don't know why I do this to myself. I am always looking for shorts that I want to kind of feel something in some sort of way. And I go, I want cosmic horror. And I literally put cosmic horror sad horror short.
Oh my God,
like,
dude.
Why am I doing this? I'm like, I want to know how far I can go and who is making what. And then I saw this one. I saw Matt Sears. I was like, ooh, I like some of his other stuff. And I looked on his page, and it's literally all cosmic horror. So he will be back on the show. I promise you that. But we're going to go right over to the scare scale and talk about the sky. Okay, this story, yes, it's just two friends talking it over. It's the last day on Earth. What else are you going to fucking do? All right? You got your lawn chairs out and you're drinking some wine, taking some shrooms. I like the story. It's very straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
End of the world. That's going to be one. For the creature is literally time itself. Time and whatever demons you and your friend had. Yeah, maybe your mom was put in there in some way. Maybe a friend kind of altered that relationship, talking about whoever you're with. With all that being said, with you also dealing with the end of the world and seeing the earth be pulled up in front of you, this creature is menacing. That's a fucking 1, my dude. If I am sitting with my friend and you look in front of you and that's what you see, I'm shitting my pants. That's that. Atmosphere. It's fucking...
Dude, do you smell anything?
Yes, I shat my pants.
I think I shat myself.
The atmosphere on this, yes, it's got a sad undertone. It's gonna be, all right? It's the end of the world. You're talking with your friends. You got other things you're dealing with. This atmosphere, it really pulled me into this moment, and I felt like I was right there. That's gonna be a 1 because my God, I don't ever want to experience this again. And I watched the short 3 times. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I did. Runtime, this is about 11 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly paced. I feel like the conversations were great. The acting was really, really good. Even seeing the mom, even though there was no dialogue with that, but getting that shot with her seeing her mom and also everything surrounding her, like the sky, that's a 1. The effects, yes, it's all pretty much, digitally done. You kind of have to. It's cosmic horror. How else are you going to fucking do something like this? I don't care. That's a fucking 1. This is a
Let's
5
go, dude.
This
Fuck
short,
yeah.
this it invoked so much thought into me of being like, what would I be doing on the last day? Because it seemed like they knew this day was coming, because they're like, even her mom's like, I can't not be with you on today. It's like something that was maybe announced. Whoever knows. So there's a lot of story that you probably could make up until this point, or seeing other families, I like that a lot. But I'm going to pass the torch, and we're going to go over to Brad. Let's see what you thought, man.
You sure you want to do that?
Yes, let's do it, man.
Brad, it can't be any worse than heck, dude.
So this movie, I could tell that this film felt very personal. I respect that and everything else, but it didn't fully hit for me.
That's
so
fair.
And that's completely fine.
Story wise, I gave it a 0.5. Like, end of the world, yes, what would you do? Never have I ever tripped balls, so that's what we're gonna do. But there were pieces that it just felt clunky. The way mom was thrown in, the way the friend was like, oh yes, by the way, I already knew this. It just felt choppy. That's kind of way it knocked down a little bit. Creature, Into the World, I can't fault it for that. Just a 0.75. Like, it was good, but I just wanted, I don't know, I wanted more. I just wanted, the sky was awesome. We'll get to that in the effects, but the sky looked great and menacing and creepy, but there were just other pieces that I wanted more to come out. Not necessarily,
Sure.
Throw a Cthulhu in there. No, you didn't have to do that. I'm saying. Atmosphere, same thing, 0.75. It just kind of, it didn't pull me in. And sitting with these 2 girls, I was more into that. It's when everything else started to be thrown in, it kind of pulled me out. So, 0.75 for that. Runtime, I know it's 11 minutes, but it felt longer to me. So I only hit a 0.5 on that one because it just felt, it felt longer than 11 minutes. I was like, holy cow, it's only 11 minutes. And I feel like we're still going. And the effects, a 0.75. Sky looked great. Everything else, when she's tripping out, I didn't like the edge blurred effect, kind of almost like the beach style, but everything else looked great. So it's a total of a 3.25. Not terrible,
Right.
but it just didn't hit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Big
All
duh.
right. All right. So very rarely does Dustin bring cosmic horror to the table. And I like it. Okay? So what made me think about it with this short, dude, is Dustin's short is about the end of the world and what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, that's what these girls are doing. Brad, your short was, what if you had 2 more minutes with somebody after they passed?
We had a theme.
You did, and I liked that. Like, you inadvertently found something that paired with another one, which was really neat. I like that. But no,
and then Dustin goes Tickle Monster.
The Tickle
Yeah,
Monster.
you gotta break it up.
Dude, this story, like between these two girls talking and having just they're big chilling on the last day of Earth, you know, shooting shit. And Dustin knows this when it comes to when you ostracize parents. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. You know, like I have a my dad's ex-wife, my ex-stepmom is the world's largest piece of shit. But she raised me since I was like 11. You know, so I wouldn't care. At that point I wouldn't even want to, try and entertain that idea during this final moment.
That's tough. I mean, I haven't talked to my dad in 30 years, so it's one of those. What if he called? What would I do?
Exactly.
I don't know.
So, but I like that. I like that dynamic. Story's a 1. Creature, I'm the polar opposite of the two of you guys. I couldn't score the creature.
Really?
Yeah. The Earth. What is destroying the Earth? We don't know.
Big tear. Who knows?
We don't know exactly. So that's why I can't grade
It's
it.
what happens when you touch the sheet. That's what happens. Then this all
Brad. That's it, man.
Okay, I might need to change my script. No.
Atmosphere, I loved how dark and gloomy this was. I loved when she was tripping. She was seeing the different colors. She even tried to throw up, like get the shit out of her system, and it just didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work because she was still
what
fucking
are you
tripping.
doing?
Yeah, and she has like 4 arms and 2 heads. Atmosphere is a 1, man. I liked it a lot. Runtime, this is only 11 minutes, and it blew by me, man. Like I thought it was pretty good. That's a 1. If I were to cut anything out, it would be the mother aspect. I didn't need that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather them just big chill, talk about life, and then the end of the world happen, like stuff like that. The effects. The sky looked great. I loved when this girl was running through the woods, and as we get like the back shot of her, and you see the ground like lifting up. I thought that was pretty good. The sky looks amazing. Even with them disintegrating, looks really good. That's gonna be a 1 for me, dog. So this short is a 4 overall.
Hell yeah.
I dug it, dude. Like it was pretty good. Like this is definitely like a kill from a movie, like this is an insert scene from a bigger movie.
Yeah.
Which I dug.
All right.
So that gives that short a total of a 4.08, which is the same thing Brad's short got.
That's interesting.
Grand total. So that was a solid Tales. Solid 3. Brad, I need to know, what order would you watch these in?
I think I would go Crossing Over Express first. Kind of heartfelt, get you. Go with The Sky next. Keep that emotional train running. And then finish it off with nostalgic, almost goofy, but not totally goofy 80s VHS horror to take me home.
That sounds like a fun fucking night, dude. Little D, what about you, man?
All right, you guys know I love to torture myself, so I'd go Express first, Tickle Monster, then The Sky, the way that we did it.
Okay. All right.
I want to end depressed.
A roller coaster kind of.
Yes.
Emotion, fun, emotion.
And then he goes to bed like that, dude.
Yeah, it's to bed.
Oh my god.
That's the way I am.
I would watch it in the same order Brad did. I would want to end on the fun note, start with the depressing note. So yeah, that is Tales from the Barrens episode 21. Brad,
that is 43 shorts, right? No, 63. 63 shorts already.
Yeah, we're getting there, dude.
Damn.
That's a lot.
We're getting there. Brad, we really appreciate you jumping on. You want to go ahead and let everybody know what you do at the Old Man Brad show?
Thank you so much for having me back again for my first Tales from the Barrens. Old Man Brad.
My pleasure.
One thing I like to torture Dustin and torture my other guests as we're doing this month. I'm doing currently in the middle of the month of Mattei. We're 6 Bruno Mattei movies. And if anybody knows Bruno Mattei, he rips so much off, and his movies are an experience in themselves. Dustin can attest to that.
Nunsploitation, baby.
But I mean, also do horror. I focus a lot indie horror and just kind of have fun, bring guests in, do filmmaker interviews. Like I said, the month of Mattei right now, and then I'm getting ready to cover Fantasia International Film Festival that will start next week.
Nice.
And yeah, just having a good old time, enjoying life, man.
Good old time, good old man Brad.
Yep.
So over on Flicks and Friends, we will have put out the letter Y for your next in our AB season. We are one away from finishing the alphabet.
Let's go.
Yeah. Your next was a ton of fun. And then over on B Action, we are doing the month of action.
Which Bruno Mattei has plenty of those too. I've done a few.
We have not covered a Bruno Mattei movie. We are doing Chuck Norris's The Hitman.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Banger. Dude. Banger.
All right.
But yeah, that's really all we got cooking over there. Little D, what we got to do to get out of here?
All right. Well, we announced earlier this week on our Terminator episode what we're going to be doing next week for the month of action. We've got a lot of bangers this month, I swear. And that Terminator episode, that was fun as fuck, dude. Oh my god.
It was plump.
It was very plump. And I feel like next week might be the same in a different way, if that makes any sense. And we're going to be doing The Army of Darkness. And I am so excited to talk about that movie.
I love that movie so much.
Oh,
That's pillow talk. It was pillow talk, baby.
Yeah. So get geared up for that one. But other than that, if you guys are listening on audio platforms, make sure you guys are subscribing, liking, following, commenting, and sharing. And same over on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, comment. And if you want to go above and beyond, go right over to our Patreon for $2 a month.
$2, Bob.
You guys get all of our episodes up to a week early. And we've been having a lot of fun over on the show. Anna's taking a little bit of a step back on some of the episodes. She's still around. I don't want everybody to think that she's not. So going forward for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be having some guests coming in for Tales from the Barrens. And then we will be, I guess I'm just going to say it here so we have a little bit of time between everything.
You can announce it now, sure.
We're going to be taking August off just to get everybody kind of settled. Our kids are going back to school, so we just want to get everything last month. Do what we've got to do. Let everybody have a little bit of a breather. We're still going to be posting on socials. Episodes will be taking a halt, obviously. But other than that, thank you, Brad, for being here.
No,
and this episode was awesome. I was not expecting my short to get the scores that it got, especially from Big Duh.
I told you, man. It's not often that Dustin posts Cosmic Horror that gets a score that I give.
Next is going to be Cosmic Heck. Getting ready for that one, man. No, I don't even know.
It's gonna be Nun Heck is what it's gonna be.
Oh, Cosmic Nunsploitation.
Ooh, hell yeah! Now that's an idea. Matt Sears, you hear that?
To the no, hell to the no.
But other than that, thank you guys so much for being here and everybody listening and watching. We'll see everybody on the next one.
Later.
Bye.